Hey there guys, Kamikaze Ikun here, and today I'm going to be doing a video response to a challenge I was issued by Steve Craig Retro Games. And in that challenge, I was supposed to find 3 games over the value of $25 that I could easily part with, and another 3 games of that same value that I would never ever part with. So, with that out of the way, let's get started. Now, this first game I have here, you may have seen in my Super Nintendo Collection video, and I had expressed just how lackluster this game is, and that is the Page Master. Now, complete in box with the manual, this game does in fact go for $25, and honestly, I feel that's a little bit too much. This game is just plagued with bad controls, just very generic levels, and overall, it's not a fun game to play. And believe me, I've tried to play this game, and I mean, I can only maybe get to the first level before being bored to death by it. And would I part with this? Most definitely. If something were to change, yes, I would definitely part with this game. Now, this next one here, is on the Sega Saturn. I found this for a really good price, and honestly, I feel like that was the only reason I had picked this up. Plus, Saturn games in general are just stupidly expensive, even for like some of the more common games that they have. Like a lot of times too, you'll find Saturn games with PlayStation 1 ports that, for some reason the PlayStation 1 port could be, 2 times cheaper than, what the Saturn one's going for. Well, this game here is Clockwork Knight 2. Now, this is another one. It feels like one of those 3D games, kind of like in the style of Donkey Kong Country, but again, this is a game that's just very generic, and it doesn't really feel like there's a whole lot of life to this game. There's not a lot that really makes this stand out, and honestly, I really didn't get that much enjoyment out of it, and I feel the only reason it sits in my collection now is because of the fact that I honestly don't know of any other Saturn collectors in my area that even know of the Sega Saturn, let alone this game. Now, this last game that I would definitely part with is another Sega Saturn game, of course. This was also exclusive to the system, and that is Bug. Now, normally when I buy a game, usually I'll pick up stuff that I will have an interest in playing, and this is no exception to that. I thought maybe this would be an interesting game, and it's literally 8 full stages of practically the same exact thing. Nothing, even visually, this game doesn't look that great. Um, Definitely not worth the asking price I had paid for this originally, which was about roughly about $25. I think it's gone up since then, but I don't have any. I don't feel this game holds any value. Like it just I don't know. I couldn't enjoy the game. I had played a little bit of it, and I was instantly bored. Like I didn't want to go through and finish it, even though I had a Game Shark and I could just easily skip through levels. I had no interest whatsoever in finishing this game. Now, these next 3 games are games that I would keep no matter what. Like, if I were to sell off my entire collection, these would be the 3 games that I would keep with me. Now, this first one that I have, it's a Japanese import for the Sega Saturn, and trying not to get that reflection. But this game is Guardian Heroes. It's like I said, it's a Japanese Sega Saturn game, but it's a side-scrolling, hand-drawn beat 'em up game. You don't necessarily need to know Japanese in order to play it. Um, it might help, but unfortunately, an American copy of this game can go from anywhere to $100 to $150. So I had opted for the Japanese port of this game. Um, I love this game. Like, this is my favorite game on the Sega Saturn, hands down. I think it's a fantastic game. I've played this even with the multi-tap with a couple of friends, and I mean, this made the night right there. It was just such a fantastic game, and I don't ever see myself parting with it. Now, this next game, originally when this came out, I had no idea about this release. I had only found out about this game maybe, I want to say about 4 years ago, and that is well, it's not exactly this game, but the port of the game I'm going to talk to you about came from this, and that is well, of course, I own the PlayStation 1 version of this game, and that is Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Now, when I had originally picked this up, I believe at the time it was going for about $35, but now, God, it's gone up to about, I think for a complete copy, it usually goes for about $70. This is one of my favorite Castlevania games. Well, actually, second favorite Castlevania game. The only one that I do not have that I consider my favorite would be Chronicles. But until that time, this is gonna take that spot. I absolutely love Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Everything about this game, like when I had first started playing it, I couldn't stop. Like I was addicted to my PSP, and that was like, to me, the defining game for that system. I mean, I played it up till, like the 204 completion rating. Like, I unlocked everything in this game. I even went back and played the Richter mode, the Maria mode, and I believe there was a night mode. I had not played that one yet, but I had played the rest through, and even went through and finished the original PlayStation 1 port as well. No matter how terrible the dubbing was on that game, though. And now this last game, I have also mentioned in my Super Nintendo collection video as being my favorite game on the system. And that holds true to being one of my favorite games of all time, and that is The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. This game just, I've been playing this game since this game has come out, and every Zelda entry just to me feels like it's lacking something that this game had. And to me, this was the defining game of my childhood. I love this game so much, and every time I turn on my Super Nintendo, that is the game I think about playing. Even if I'm playing something else like Turtles in Time or Castlevania Dracula X, I'm thinking about playing Link to the Past. So, anyways, guys, that is my $25 Keep It or Leave It challenge. I want to again thank Steve Craig for issuing me this challenge. In the future, I will be doing a few more collection videos. Stay tuned for that. And if you are not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, like the video, leave a comment, help this channel grow. And thank you again, guys, everybody out there that's commenting and subscribed. Thank you again for just tuning into my content. And until next time, guys, thanks for watching.